There's the bridge. What is that bridge? Railroad or cars?
Cars.
Oh.
It goes over to Missouri.
Straight or left? Okay, go to the left. This is downtown Alton right here?
Yeah, there's the Wedge Bank.
Wedge Bank, yeah. Nice piece of architecture.
Why they call it Wedge?
Because of the wedge at the corner?
Purple limousine.
The cave? I want to go to the cave. Piasa, Grand Piasa Body Art. Piasa. I speak my own language when I'm up here.
We're not Italian here. That's a native word. Piasa.
Oh, man.
You're Dago. That's why you're saying Piazza.
That's right.
That's short for pizza.
Pizza Body Art. Yeah, it's Italian.
Fucking Dago. Right? There's the flour mill. Remember I told you the flour mill?
Yeah, the flour mill.
Yeah.
Man, if that place is abandoned, we could go explore it.
I think they still use it.
Huh. Big open
Where
windows.
people,
There's rats in there.
barges come in
Rats?
with grain and stuff on it, and they mill flour.
But there's rats probably in there.
I'm sure
huh?
there's. Yeah.
I won't get no flour from there. I'm not a rodent guy. I hate
You probably
rodents.
get all your.
Where you get flour
Yeah,
is going to have
Right.
rodents.
They don't sell it there.
Oh.
They make it in bulk, and probably the same outfit that you get your flour from buys from them, or a place like that.
That's a creepy looking
So
mill.
you're probably eating rat shit anyways.
Jeez.
Better than eating bad shit. Maybe.
Better than eating guano, eat rat shit, survive. Or get the plague and die.
Right.
Yeah, I see lots of rats in our investigations.
I just cuss, I'm sorry.
What, dude, you're scaring me by cussing.
Dad, no, it stinks.
Who stinks? You? That's a nice
I
mill.
smell like rotten eggs.
Yeah, that place looks in good shape. There's windows and lights. It's operable.
Yeah. So you're gonna follow
To the right?
No, stay
To the
straight
left.
ahead.
Okay, straight.
There's where the famous Lincoln Douglas debate was.
Where?
Where the Lincoln Douglas statues are.
Right there. Yeah.
Right here.
Oh, that's where the debate was held? Right here?
Have to remember that when you come back through here.
Such a liar. Dude, you're lying.
Oh my god.
Man
no,
up.
I
Take
just
credit
saw
for it. You crap yourself?
You shit in your pants. Right? You got extra holes now that don't stay in long. I'm just joking with you, Junior.
It's okay to joke around, Jared. It makes the day go by nicer. Trust me. There's got to be humor in everything you do.
You'd be crazy.
It's only funny if it's about somebody else. Right here.
Is that a boat I see over there? That's a boat, huh?
That's the Alton Bell. That's a gambling one.
Oh.
Kind of fixed it up.
Yeah.
Wow. That bridge is creepy. That crosses. Wonder if that's a conveyor belt and it. No, there's offices on this side. Huh. Take the real
They love
scaffold.
the flour. There's a barge. See them going
Oh
on.
yeah, I see the barge. Wow.
Probably loaded with coal.
Who would ever think I'd be driving along the damn Mississippi? I mean, I've been to the Mississippi before, but just to kind of take a little ride along, it's pretty different. Seeing the barges, you see this on TV a lot in movies. You see the barges on the Mississippi. It's like, oh, driving past this barge. What is that, hauling garbage? Or it's hauling something. Pallets of something.
Probably either coal or.
There it is.
Where? There's what?
I saw. See it?
Oh
There
shit.
it is.
Is there a place to park here and all?
Yeah.
I mean, oh, okay. Because I was going to say, what?
Used to be.
There's got to be a parking area so I can look at it more.
I think on up there see where it says bicycle trail?
Oh, okay. Are these caves, man? Those look like caves. Oh. I did not
Looks
know.
like they got bathrooms, Tammy.
Thank God they got bathrooms, Tammy.
Restrooms closed.
Are they closed?
That's what it says.
She's poop on it.
Oh, there's cliffs. There's cliffs on these bluffs, and then that's why there's caves here. Huh? The Legend of the Saga. What a cool little place, huh?
The legend of the pizza.
Legend of the Pizza Pie. The Piasa Bud.
See, that's the Piasa bird. See it?
Mm-hmm. We're at the Piasa bird site. You can see it's painted up on the cliffs, bluffs that overlook the Mississippi. I'm here in Illinois right now, Illinois-Missouri border area. Just across the rivers, Missouri. Never thought I'd be standing on this site, so it's been a good trip so far. We just finished Alton National Cemetery and historic burial grounds, visiting historic sites, haunted sites. And there's a bunch of different plaques to read. The Legend of the Piasa, 1617, Jacques Marquette reported that he and a fellow French explorer, Louis Joliet, discovered a painting of what was probably two water monsters on the bluffs of the Mississippi near present-day Alton. By 1700, those pictographed creatures were no longer visible. 1836, the novelist John Russell described an image cut into the bluff of a legendary dragon, like a creature with wings. According to Russell, the creature was called the Piasa, the bird that devours men. They blocked the caves off, man.
Well, because it says sinkholes.
Oh my God.
They even closed the bathroom because it says it's unsafe.
So there's a sinkhole here, so the caves are basically expanding.
They're limestone. I mean,
San Vendela Bean Trail. That's pretty cool. Goes to the state park. So the caves are closed. They used to be accessible years ago, and now I got them all fenced off. They said that the ground's unstable, there's sinkholes, don't go near here, falling rocks. What a shame. But I'll talk about the history in a little bit. It'll be brief. We're only here briefly to take some pictures, look around. It's been fixed many times, obviously, because it's been faded. It's been faded over by the elements have faded it for hundreds of years, and it's obvious that in the 1800s, when this was often cited, people took interest in this site.
Dad, can I do something with it? I definitely will.
Where? At the top of the cliff?
Yeah. See the house?
That's a cliff straight up.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, if the ground gave way, the whole house would go. The whole house would go right off down and off.
Yeah, it just collapsed.
Some people think that limestone holds supernatural power, gives off energy. I don't know. I would say that these light posts, see, definitely not paranormal. Always got to use common sense into what you do. If you want to be a paranormal investigator, what you want to do if you're a paranormal investigator is seek appropriate answers first before anything else. We're on the Mississippi River. I guess you guys probably didn't think that our team would come all the way out here, or at least I would come out here. But it is for the friends and fans and who may not know about this site. The petroglyphs, however, that are found here, they kind of depict a monstrosity of two creatures known as Piasas by the Illiniwek tribal Indians. And I don't know if I pronounced it even correct. I don't speak a native tongue. I can't even read about the legend that's here. It's quite faint. Looks like they tried darkening the letters after they did the epitaph, after they carved it. And it's just the elements have worn it down. I always thought the Piasa was more like a thunderbird, and I could be wrong. But the rock painting was actually a petroglyph that showed two such creatures, as I was saying, and these monsters, like the modern rendering of the paintings, were called the Piasa by the tribe. The original paintings that were found here were first described in the journals of Pierre Marquette in 1673 when he's exploring along the Mississippi River. That painting is long gone, but it wasn't too far from the bluffs, or from where the original one is today. But they were skirting some rocks up in the bluffs, and they saw two painted monsters, and he described as being afraid. I mean, there was caves, thought there was savages looking out from the caves, or living perhaps in these caverns that you see here. It's a good possibility. At the time, a lot of people were just suspicious or superstitious of the cave and been like, this is where the Piasa roams. And it kind of looks like it's half bird and half man, kind of like the Mothman or these other bird-like cryptids. And there's a lot of cryptids that are seen in this area. But they're described as, they say they're as large as a calf, they have horns like a deer, evil look, red eyes, a beard like a tiger, kind of like a tiger's beard, a face of what kind of looks like a man, and a body covered in scales, so long a tail that winds around the body. Which gets us into the whole reptilian theory associated with this, because it's described more or less as a flying lizard man that's depicted. And maybe these caves are connected to this creature. Maybe these caves go deep underground. There are caves that go hundreds of miles in the central United States. Maybe at one time these caves collapsed and are not as deep as they should be. Actually, below us, there's sinkholes. There's some sinkholes off in the distance. There's sinkholes, which tells me that there are caves under the area. And maybe these creatures were not birds, but in fact reptilians living underground. Just something to think about. Just something to think about. But I don't know. I don't know. And then they said that the tail, it's kind of fish-like. Maybe these are some alien type of creatures that were here. They were green, red, and black. However, I think it's just a thunderbird. But you know, that's my opinion. And Marquette ended up drawing it in his journal after he had seen these depictions. And they said it was lost over a short time when his canoe capsized. In 1678, the map was drawn by the French map maker Jean-Baptiste Louis Franquelin, which included a picture of the fierce Piasa based on his writings. Father Hennepin, another early explorer of the West, published a book. In 1898, was called A New Discovery. And Father Hennepin came through in his book in 1698 called A New Discovery of a Vast Country in America. He also wrote about seeing paintings of the Piasa, and just describing the bluff that overlooks the river here. But it's just a Native American monster, a creature of lore. More or less, they may have existed thousands of years before. There's a lot of cryptids and big flying monsters or creatures here, or birds. I believe it's the thunderbird, which I'll talk about in a little bit. The woods are very thick along the Mississippi. Therefore, with all the forest and overgrowth and bluffs and caves and cliffs and the limestone, that is why Bigfoot is often sighted in an area, or Bigfoot-like creatures, flying creatures, because they can hide in this overgrowth and you'd never see them. And it's possible whatever was here was at one time dwelling in these caves and utilizing this foliage along the Mississippi to remain elusive. In 1812, the word Piasa appeared in print. Major Amos Stoddard, who had been earlier appointed by President Thomas Jefferson as commander of the northern portion of the Louisiana Purchase, wrote what they call painted monsters on the side of a high perpendicular rock, apparently inaccessible to man. Described it as between the Missouri and the Illinois rivers, known for its moderns by the name of Piasa, still remains a good degree of preservation. So he sought out to preserve this site, and it was recognized as a historic landmark. 1820, Captain Gideon Spencer came up the river, also had a glimpse of it. By this time, only one of the paintings remained. The other one was gone. Nobody knows what happened. If it was vandalized. We're going to take this path up. Now, it was talked about in the 1700s and into the 1800s, but one remained. But they said weather and falling rock may have caused it. The rocks here have always been falling for hundreds of years. That's why they don't want you up here creeping around and looking around. Ow! Oh man, that hurt. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Whew. Amazing. I didn't know there was a complex of caves back here. I wish the fence was a little more deteriorated so I could at least film through the holes. There we go. This place was collapsing, obviously, and falling apart. Therefore, the birds, or these creatures depicted on the walls, were starting to fade away. The Indians, they said, would fire their guns at this creature. Some would offer it tobacco by smoking in their pipes, blowing in their direction. Where the first Illinois State Prison was, they located a painting. The painting was partially destroyed in the 1840s when quarrying was done on the bluff. Convicts from the prison further work that was done in the 1860s at this location. Because, I mean, the painting was partially destroyed in the 1840s, but when convicts from the prison were working the quarry, that's when it became damaged. And further damage was done in the 1860s during the Civil War. Nobody knows who created the painting, or why, or what happened with the tribe. People claim that they used to see this bird along the Mississippi River in this area, and they said that when it was damp or out or rain and the colors might change. Common with feathers, or maybe something reptilian could change the color. Many lizards can do that, but they said this is known according to the Native Americans. It's described, well, the Piasa means a bird that eats men. The name Piasa, I believe, stands for a bird that devours men. Even among the Sayuk or Sauk Indians, relatives of the Illinois, the name was known and famous for black hawk's feather in himself, called Piasa. Who created the painting? Nobody knows. This is a good place to get some EVPs and take some pictures. I don't know how deep these caves go, but they just keep going on and on. Look how deep they are. I heard some strange noises, but this would be the area where it was seen, so the caves must have been sacred or forbidden to the natives. They probably put the depictions above the cave to warn people not to enter, or other tribes they've traded with. It's a bird that devours man. But the tribes, they were fishing on the river, and I believe there's a tale about a tribal warrior's son, Udom, and a friend were fishing when they heard a scream, and they looked and saw a bird rising from the edge of the river. The legend states that the bird was very large, so large it would carry a full-grown deer with its talons. And they tried to carry away the boy, and quickly the two young men returned to the village and found people were frightened. And the boy had never returned. After the same morning, the tribes in this area again were plagued by this great bird. It would appear in the sky, carry away another member of the tribe. Could be a man, woman, child. Those were carried off, were never seen again. So they called it the Piasa, which means bird devours men. And of course, according to his vision, Awataga, because his son had dealings with the bird, he wanted revenge, killed his son, had a plan or a dream and a vision where 6 of his finest braves would climb to the top of one of the tallest bluffs, which is supposed to be this site, with their bows and the quivers poison and hide, while Awatoga stood on the edge of the bluff, waited for the Piasa to appear. When it came, the chief was to throw himself down on the rocks, hold on while the bird attempted to carry him away. As he did so, the braves would appear with their bows, slaying the beast. Of course, all the men in the tribe offered to kill the creature, but Owatoga chose only young, unmarried men, his own son among them. The arrows were sharp and poisoned, and they climbed to the top. They hid, and he folded his arms, and suddenly the sky darkened overhead, and the bird's wings were heard. It curves to the right, it just keeps going. These are caverns, man. It's a mud bath down here, so I'm not going to go any further in the mud. But you guys get the idea. The tribe was aware about the bird, and this was a warning to stay out of the cave. There's no talks that the natives settled in these caves, or they may have lived in these caves before the bird was here, but something inhabited this cave. Some weird ass tracks in here. Wow. Very strange. It's claw. There's like toes, and then one of the toes slides. See the slide? It's like there's claws. I don't know what the fuck made that. But it's going into the cave and leaving the cave. There's also bare feet. So humans are hiking around barefoot. But it says he jumped, the wings unfolded, exposing itself. Noataga, or Toga, burst from the hiding place, or was jumping on the beach. and his braves shot the arrows, and the Piasa continued to fight and lift and held it it tried to lift up, but Owatoga was hanging on really tight, so the bird couldn't fly. And it continued to fight, and then eventually went off the rocks, howled, and when it collapsed backward, it crashed over the edge of the bluff and down into the waters of Mississippi. The terrible creature was never seen again. Owatoga would survive the encounter. Stuff legends are made of. Man, whew, it's getting hot back there. And so it said shortly after that where the destroyed petroglyph was, because there was a petroglyph beforehand, the natives decided, or Owatoga, to have the Piasa painted on the rocks, so that way others could attest to the battle that transpired between man and beast. And so we can't go any further, folks. There's nowhere to enter the cave. You got to stay out of this area. Oh man, that's gonna hurt tomorrow. And so that's why it was painted on the rocks on top of the old petroglyph, perhaps, just that other tribes pass by, and it would kind of be a warning that, yeah, these beasts do roam here and a great battle took place. Something the tribe could definitely brag about in those times. But one other thing before I leave. We're on the Mississippi. It's very busy, pardon the traffic. But this area is surrounded by strange tales. Other than, let's say, the Piasa, there's other tales of flying creatures, Bigfoot, three-toed monsters. Yeah, you got the Enfield beast, the Enfield monster. For example, in 1971, not far from here, Momo was sighted. 7-foot tall skunk-ape-like creature, huge pumpkin head, seen along the Missouri. And, you know, sightings still persist along the Missouri, but this creature seems to have faded away. But it shares reptilian and primate DNA. So it seems like the creatures around here are crossbred or alien-like creatures that were brought here from other worlds. Maybe that's what this was. But you had Momo out here, a bipedal creature that made waves in the news, in the newspaper, amongst the locals. And then you had other reports as well. For example, the Coal Hollow Road Monster, which is seen in the Illinois River Valley, which branches off from here. And then the Murfreesboro Mud Monster, the Piasa, Thunderbirds, Bigfoot, Momo, the Enfield Horror. Further up the river, the Pepe Lake Monster, the Stump Pond Serpent, all of it in this region. And you know what? It all seems to thrive along the Mississippi River. And then you have, how about the Farmer City, Illinois monster that was sighted with bright yellow eyes, Bigfoot-like creature. But doesn't it look like a thunderbird? However, you know, it's kind of hard to believe that. It'd be hard to believe that a giant bird would exist in Illinois. But see, my girlfriend had an experience with one. I told her it had to be a thunderbird if the wingspan was 15, 20 feet. She could hear the wings flap, and the shadow, she said, was huge, and it was very loud. And there's all sorts of reports in this area similar to my girlfriend's. But at least one man I was describing on the plaque, Texas John Huffer, filmed a group of birds at Lake Shelbyville in '77. He claimed he estimated that the wingspans were at least 12 feet larger than the California condor. And in In 1948, locals around Alton, Illinois reported seeing a bird that was bigger than an airplane. Could it have been the Piasa? I don't know. The two birds attacked a group of children, and in Lawndale, Illinois, one of the children, Marlon Lowe, was carried about 35 feet and dropped. It's a term used in cryptozoology to describe large bird-like creatures. That's why we call them thunderbirds. It's a Native American traditional creature of lore. Some people think that they're pterosaurs or pterodons, not birds. Could be mistaken identity, but they do exist right here along the river. That's why I came today, just to do a little story. And I'm going to take off. Check out our website, www.paranormalghostsociety.org. This is your founder. I'm going to go eat myself some adult gummy bears made with only the best. It's time to fly. Peace out. 420 gummy bears. The day's over. We hit Alton National Cemetery and the McPike Mansion. It's been a great day. It's time to go grab some dinner and beers. How my spelunking journey went. It's a little muddy down there.
I was teasing.
Went caving. Went spelunking today, off-roading.
Teasing Jared about some action or something.
You know what's funny today? I've gone off-roading. I've gone caving. I've gone touring historic sites. That's quite the day. But we're free, so I don't. Whatever you guys want to do. If you want to see Lois and Clark, well, you know what it looks like, but
Where is that?
I don't know. It's somewhere near this cave.
Confluence. Yeah, it's right back down.
You know that this bird was probably the thunderbird, which is in Native American lore.
A dragoon.
Well, yeah, they described it as looking like a dragon, but technically they're just thunderbirds.
Half reptile and half bird.
Well, yeah, pterodons or pterosaurs, which I believe never died out in the prehistoric age. And so they're still sighted. There's a lot of sightings around here still.
They didn't die.
I don't know. Something's living in that cave. There was non-human tracks. They were spooky. The deeper I went in, I seen a couple of them. Like, what the hell made that? It was big and round, had claws and
Probably mountain lion.
maybe, I don't know, but
Or a bar.
there's something might be living in the cave. I don't
Seen
know.
a bar, Junior?
What?
You ever seen a bar in these woods? It's okay this way.
All right.
No, I didn't.
That's a little cool area. I'm glad I went. I mean, I went down in the caves. It's like I say, there's a nice hiking trail, but there's no end to those caves. I have no idea how deep they go. I went about 300-400 feet in and turned around because they just keep going and branching out.
Did you get scared?
No, I love caves. They're beautiful as long as you treat them with respect. And you don't act like you don't touch anything because there could be loose rock on walls or something. But those are solid caves as long as you don't go where the hazard area is.
As long as the rock don't hit you on the head, you're fine.
They're solid until they fall apart.
They'll probably seal it eventually and nobody will access them. There's a lot of hiker footprints in there from hikers and explorers, but I wasn't going to go any further. I just went in a few hundred feet, filmed, and then came out, took a few pics and came out.
I did, but a couple of people died in there.
Yeah, I think they had some fatalities.
Yeah, because
Whether it was intended or accidental.
there's holes leading up to the top of the...
That's where they load the flour on the barges.
On the barges?
That's why that goes across there. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
See
I got it.
pipe over there?
Yep, sifts down.
Blows out.
Well,
Smell the flour? If you kind of get a whiff of it every now and then. It smells
there,
like yeasty, you know?
there are 10 monsters in this area that have been sighted since ancient times. And they're all weird creatures. So I believe there's truth to it. I believe that there's actually a giant bird around here. But when I was in the cave, I went deeper and deeper, and I couldn't believe how many different tunnels there are to explore.
If you want to take a picture.
Just left the Piasa bird site. You know, I just want to go over a few cryptids, like I said. I wanted to go deeper in the cave, but I'll tell you what, I'm respectful. So I've seen enough to know that those caves are extensive, and it's possible those bird-like creatures or cryptids lived in that cave at one time. Oh, wow.
What? Oh, it says keep off. Dang it. Is it saying on every side?
Oh, we can still sit down. Wow. Martha.
I was gonna say Mary.
Martha Lincoln.
So this is the square
Mary
that
Todd.
Mary Todd,
this is the square that they.
Yeah.
This is where they debate.
And what's funny is, look, Piasa Photo Service. They've basically taken the legend, and all the businesses are named after the Piasa here. But look, Piasa, the Roosevelt Bank. They have all the businesses in here, right?
That's a
Probably
bodega.
do,
It's Piazza.
They probably
Piazza.
these are all the donors.
I went roaming the Piasa Caves.
These are all the donors for this park.
It's rare.
See where there's life and music company on.
Mhm.
This is probably, they probably use it for outdoor.
Look at the church up on the hill. That-
Oh, is that?
Everything's nearby. The McPike Mansion, the cemetery, and the Piasa Bird are all within a mile or two of each other. All the sites we went today.
Isn't that pretty building?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you don't see many left like that. Not this style. But a lot of towns, like where we're in California, where we go, will have downtown with brick buildings and in historic homes around them. You know, it's just a lot of history from like St. Louis all the way down to California. Just a lot of
See a
history.
picture of the welcome to Alton sign?
Might as well. Why don't you
Here, you can take a pic.
go down to the light down there?
So what do you want to do after this? I mean, we're done. We went to.
Yeah, why don't I take your picture while we're down here so that I don't get all the...
Lincoln Square. It's where the debate was held in Alton. The last debate was held here, right? And all
For the election.
yeah, for the election. Ah, that's history, definitely. You're right there, that square. I like that. That was nice. That's good stuff. We gotta wait. Shit. This is terrible here. I don't want to get hit. That's what I'm scared of, getting run over.
Up over that building.
Yeah. There's a ghost story about that church.
I think that's a Catholic.
It's like the most haunted city in Illinois, supposedly.
It's not that church, it's the
Oh.
United Presbyterian Church.
Oh, okay.
Catholic church.
Someday we'll get to go. Someday.
We're going to Cahokia Mountain Saturday.
Yes. All terrain means, whoa. And not on glass. I don't walk on glass. I don't do that.
Wino.
But, yeah, but snow, jungle, mountains, woods. That's it. I'll walk on the hot coals. I'm a game for that. Get me on board for that shit. You only live once.
Go do it, Skippy.
I go in the caves, go look for a monster, a bird that eats men. I go look in there. That's what I did. I went in the caves and I was looking for the devourer of man. So I could tell people I took it on, you know. I'm like, yeah, I went in that cave alone. Yeah.
If she didn't love me, she'd hate me.
You can't have them both. Love or hate. I know some marriages that are like that. Love and hate. Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt, right? Welcome to Alton.
That's an amphitheater thing I was telling you about, Tammy, where they had the concerts.
I'll tell you what, I never thought I'd be visiting Alton. I mean, I've heard about this place for years, but the caves are ancient. That's an ancient site, and the mansion's phenomenal. That's a very beautiful mansion. That cemetery, it's also a very gorgeous cemetery. A lot of nature there, so those were good places to go. Those were worthwhile places, but Cahokia is at the top of my list. I can't wait to see Cahokia.
Indian folklore.
Oh yeah. I mean, their lore, they have a lot of monsters in their lore, and some of those tales may turn out to be true or have, and some experiences I've had. So, like the giant bird interests me because they are sighted up here in this area time to time, even carrying people off and dropping them. That's some scary stuff when you think about it. Something swoop down and grab you. But big birds do exist. I can attest for that. So that was a cool sight. And I don't know how deep those caves go. They just keep going and going, and made my light. When I shine my light in there, you could hardly even see it, and I have a bright light. It's just that's how deep and big they are. It's just like a vast of darkness. And the light gets smaller and smaller the deeper you go. It's just crazy. Shame they closed them. There's some areas like on the sides of the cave that have collapsed, but it's already done and over with. That's it. It's just a mound of dirt and rocks. You just go around it and stay at the bottom.
Oh wait, I know how to solve this.
What is all this? Farmland?
Timmy, guess what this
Here?
is?
Yeah, all this
River's right over there.
Oh, you got the river? Oh, okay.
56.
Wow.
7 equals 42.
That's a
6
levee.
equals
Keep it
35
flooding when it
equals
gets-
20. So,
Oh, you don't want that to flood.
yeah.
That could be bad, huh?
Right.
Oh yeah, there's water over here. It would pour down into the tributary. Oh wow. Well, that was a lot of fun. It does take me time at these places. I can't rush them. I always tell Tammy that too. I'm like, if we're going, you'll probably spend a little time out, because I won't rush. If I rush, I start falling over rocks and getting hurt. And I was rushing earlier, and I banged my shoulder in the cave. When I was standing there, I turned around and went bam, because I'm so tall at this one area. I was like, oops, trying to rush and go take a picture of something I seen. Could have just walked to it, and I was like...
Yeah, when you get a chance, you need to get in the other lane, because you're going to eventually go
Alright.
to the right up here at the end of this. It's a little ways up there. That's Illinois.
That's the steel mill, or what?
No, it's Illinois Power.
That's the power company?
Power from... Yeah.
Oh, the river.
No, they bring coal in. Burn coal. They don't generate electric.
It's very industrial around here. I notice that. I mean, it's like Buffalo, New York. A lot of industrial stuff, but in between all the industrial things, there's historic sites, like beautiful homes and cemeteries up here. I mean, we found a few cemeteries up on the Hell's Gates last night. 3 or 4 cemeteries me and her found. We didn't go to any of them, but we seen them. Just very interesting. I like to explore all kinds of places. It don't matter where I go.
I don't know what it is.
It don't matter where Tammy and I go. We'll explore anything, caves, anything.
You see, here's the same thing.
The pipeline.
They bring that coal across a...
Oh, the conveyor?
Yeah. Across
Nice.
the highway.
I got you. Huh.
From the
Some
barge
stacks.
across.
Wow. I'll tell you what, if I had more time, boy, I'd sure love to visit those places again. Curiosity, you know what I'm saying? It's like curiosity, like what would go on inside the mansion if you were by yourself walking around, or what's further in the cave, maybe some punk kid's clubhouse or something. Who knows?
All that stuff's interesting.
Yeah.
When you get up here and see Route 3, you're going to want to...
Make a right? Yield right?
Yeah, the road will go to right.
Okay.
Or you can stay straight.
Huh? I see the heron. Out in the water, yeah. There's a lot of nature around here. It's very overgrown. It's kind of almost, in a way, it is its own jungle out here. And you can go in some brush and nobody would see your ass. Nobody would see you. You just disappear.
You could hide pretty easy, couldn't you?
Yeah, that's. I guess that what makes it creepy. Is we were out last night and you just think about somebody might be camping, or a hobo or something up in those woods just a few feet off the road, and you don't see them because there's little areas you can go in, and it's just a little tiny area surrounded by bushes and brush.
We stuck up this current.
What?
So it's stuck up this current.
Not me. Pretty cool. I guess we'll go gather so we can go eat dinner. I'm getting
I sent her a
through.
text and told her to get ready.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
Hopefully she'll be ready when we get there.
Hopefully she gets it.
Well, she hasn't answered me yet,
Oh, yeah,
so
yeah.
I don't know. She don't answer. In a few minutes I'll call her.
Oh yeah. No, that's an elevator.
Elevator or steps all the way to the top? That's crazy.
Both.
That building looks like it's extraterrestrial, like it belongs on some other planet with little green men.
Right?
See, my mind's on aliens, always on aliens.
What?
I should have filmed that. That was classic. She started walking to the truck, and he's beeping, and she stops and she looks, and Tammy's like, Tammy's giving the get the fuck out finger, like get the fuck out, and she's like pointing at her son. She's like, you can read her lips. She's like, who, me? And then she just like walks off and gets in the car, man.
Oh my god, that was freaking hilarious.
It's like the National
Come
Lampoon's
on, are you
Vacation.
gonna go or what?
Lord Rick's Lampoon's National Vacation. Your dad probably your dad probably said something about me being in them caves because he's
I backed up far enough for him.
Didn't he? He probably knew I was in the cave system, roaming the fucking caves and shit.
Is he even gonna able to drive out of his own?
Car, I don't know. At least I got him out and going and doing shit now, don't I? I got him doing shit now, don't I?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true, sure.
I'll keep you fucking busy.
There we go. No wonder I couldn't freaking see.
I'll keep you busy. Even when I come to Illinois, I'll keep you busy. I'll make myself home here for a few days. You know, go spelunking. Go crawl on some rocks and shit. Look for creatures in the fucking Illinois jungle. Along the Mississippi River. They will.
So this is what's gonna happen, people. So I'm gonna go in the water and I'll be under there for about 1 second.
You better hurry, it's steaming. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18. That's cheating. Can't go back under.
What?
It's completely steamed. And you only did 18 seconds. I used to do about 1 minute and 20 when I was your age. Now I'm old and been smoking cigars too much. Cigars.